Word? 5 ways to get better footage with your Canon EOS M. Number 1, ETR. Expose to the right. Not to the left, to the right. Now, what that really means is for you to use your histogram. Now, if you want to do that, go in your settings and select your histogram. When you expose to the right on your histogram, it allows you to get as much detail in the shadows and also in the highlights and the midtones. Now, you don't want to expose all the way to the right, because if you do, you'll begin clipping your highlights, which can cause the footage to blow out. If your footage is too far to the right, then you're going to have to recover everything that was too dark. Now, that's where your problems arise, because then you're going to start raising up the exposure in post, and that's going to cause more noise and artifacts to appear in your footage, and that's going to make it look really bad. Now, something that I would suggest is to use 5K FRTP or 5.2K mode, because I noticed in those modes you are able to shoot in low light and not get as much noise. Now, one way to help you expose to the right is number 2, light your subject. Make sure you have enough light within your composition, or at least on the subject that you're focusing on. And also, if you're lacking light, then hopefully you can get a hold of a fast lens. When I say a fast lens, I mean a lens with a low f-stop. Preferably anything at least at a 2.8. If you can get lower, like a 1.4, 1.8, that's even better, because then you won't need as much light in your footage. And one lens that's pretty good, and it's pretty cheap, it's actually less than $100 for the Canon EOS M, is a 7 Artisans 25mm f1.8. It's a manual lens, of course, but it's pretty good. And if you want to purchase it, go ahead right down to the description. And I also have a video that I use that lens for, I believe. The number 3 way how you can get better footage with your Canon EOS M is by using a tripod. So by using a tripod, you get rock steady footage, and you're actually able to see the quality that this camera is capable of producing. Because I know when I first started, I wasn't using a tripod, even though I had one. And I was discouraged at first. I almost actually returned my Canon EOS M within the first couple of weeks, because I wasn't getting the results that I expected. But again, I continued practicing, started putting on a tripod. I started realizing, like, yo, this camera is actually better than I expected. And a tripod can make one heck of a difference with your footage. Number 4 is definitely going to help you get better footage on your Canon EOS M. So number 4 is using a monitor. It helps a great deal. You're able to really see what you're shooting, because you see how small the screen is on this Canon EOS M, so you really can't tell if things are in focus unless you punch in on there. But I would just highly suggest using a monitor. And I know for me, something that I realized when I first started shooting was I actually had some great footage, but the only problem with it was out of focus. I was thinking that the quality of the camera was bad. It was just that my focus was bad. So hopefully this would shed some light on things for you. Like, maybe you have some great footage, but your footage just isn't stabilized. It's not in focus. So, and also it may be underexposed. Yo, real quick, I just want to take some time out to acknowledge my sponsor. Now, I know some of y'all may be thinking, hold on, he barely have 200 subscribers and he already have a sponsor? Yeah, I do. So the sponsor for this video, but also sponsor this channel and sponsor my life, is JESUS. Yeah, y'all heard it right, Jesus. Now, just to be able to have the opportunity to be able to share my gift with y'all, and just being able to post all these videos and everything, like, none of this would have been possible without him. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I've been homeless. My mom passed away a couple years back, and yet I'm still here. I'm not hooked on drugs or alcohol, and it's all because of him. So I just want to give him the glory real quick, and let's get back to the video. The number 5 thing that you can do in order to get better footage on your Canon EOS M is go shoot. Get up, go shoot. Like, practice makes progress. Not perfect, it makes progress. And that's all you should strive for each and every step of the way. Try to see some progression in each shoot that you go out for. I know it can be discouraging at times. Just get out and just continue to shoot, and hopefully you'll utilize some of the tips that I gave within this video. ETR, exposed to the right. Make sure your footage is being exposed properly. Number 2, make sure your subject is well lit, and try to have a fast lens. That also helps. Number 3, use a tripod. Stabilize your footage. Even if you don't have a tripod, it's another one. Some people, like Zeek, he mentions about if you have the neck strap connected to your camera, and then like pull the camera out as much as possible so that it's tension within the neck strap and the camera, and then hold it like that. That can give some stabilization. And if you don't have that, use like a table or something just to put your camera on and just hold it real steady, just so you can get some stabilized footage. And number 4, use a monitor. By using a monitor, you can see what you're composing. You can see what's in focus, what's not in focus. Number 5, getting out, go shoot for progress, not perfection. Now, I have something else to tell y'all, and it's a secret. And the secret is on how to become a better filmmaker. I feel some people may not know about this. Maybe you do, maybe not. You should go find out. Check this video right here on how to become a better filmmaker. I'm Christian I.G. Brown. Word!